So today we are looking at finding the lowest common multiple and the highest common factor using product of prime factor trees. Okay, so hopefully you've had a look at a previous video, okay, that I've made regarding the actual cherry trees or the product of prime factors, and now we're going to use that to find the LCM and HCF. So find the highest common factor and lowest common multiple of 48 and 60. Okay, these are the same numbers I've used in the other video. Okay, you'll find a lot of people that explain this use 48 and 60 because it's very clear. Okay, these could be any numbers. You could also have three numbers. Okay, but we will be using Venn diagrams for these. So first things first, let's find the product of prime factors of both of these numbers. Well, 2 goes into 48 24 times, 2 goes into 24 12 times, 2 goes into 12 6 times, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. Okay, if that was a little bit quick for you, please flick back to the other video and you'll see where I spent a bit more time going through finding the product of prime factors. Okay, so that is 48, and then I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, I'm not using index form for highest common factor and lowest common multiple. 60 this time then. Let's start with 60. 2 is the smallest prime number that goes into 60, and it goes in 30 times. 2 goes in 15 times, 3 goes in 5 times. So I've got 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, so with a Venn diagram, okay, Venn diagram are the two circles, okay, where we have to put the common factors in the middle and then everything else goes in either side. Okay, so with this Venn diagram, this side, okay, is going to be about 48. This side is going to be about 60. But more importantly, the prime factors are both 48 and 60. So in the middle, we have the common numbers. So let's use a different colour pen. You can see here we do have some common numbers. Both of them have a 2 in them. So I've circled both of those 2's, and I'm going to put one of the 2's in the middle, because this 2 now is in the circle of the 48 and also in the circle of 60. So I'm only going to put 1 2 there, which covers both of these. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to use a different colour to show you the second one. There is another common product of prime factors, okay, and it is another 2. Okay, we also have another number, which is a 3, just common in both of them, of which will go in the middle. With 48, I have 2 numbers left over. These can then go on the side of the 48. Here I have 1 number left over, which is a 5, which can then go on that side. So now I have filled in the Venn diagram using the product of prime factors of both 48 and 60. But I still haven't calculated the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple. Well, these numbers in the middle, we have to multiply these together to find our highest common factor. So 2 times 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. So the highest common factor of 48 and 60 is 12. So then what about lowest common multiple? Well, lowest common multiple, to use this to help us, we have to multiply everything that is in the Venn diagram. So here then we have 2 times 2, these 2 numbers. Well, all of these multiply together to make 12, and then we have 5. So now I have to multiply all of this together. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 12 is 48, 48 times 5, we have 48 times 5. Okay, you could use a little method on the side here, 48 times 5, or you could times by 10 and half it, whichever method suits you. Okay, so the lowest common multiple of 48 and 60 is 240. So remember, prime factor trees to start off, write them out, not in index form. Find your common factors to go in the middle. Whatever's left over, put it on the prospective side. And then multiply all the middle numbers to find the highest common factor. Multiply all of them to find the lowest common multiple. Okay, it does take a bit of practice, but I'm sure you can get it. I hope it helps.